So hello everyone, my name is Gary from BOC team. So this video to share about the component to quality control topics. So over the past years, we've been receiving a lot of questions from our customers. These questions from our customers are mainly falling into three types. So first one is what are the component physical requirements, and the second is that BOC has a quality SOP to ensure quality control systematically. And the third is that for some tricky visual defects or repeating problems, so how can we evaluate whether a component is good or not, and what's the root cause for it? So to address these common pain points, we make this video to give an explanation and answer these questions. Hope you like this video and a better understanding about the soft equipment component quality control. So we will divide it in three parts. So first one is that the component, the physical requirements, and second is that the Fifi will share the quality tool to know about the quality SOP. And also third, that is that for some tricky visual problems, we made a quality Bible, which is including reference pictures and root cause explanations for repeating problems. So let's get started. How to rate the component TSR? As we know, TSR is only physical requirements for a component. So you will find all the requirements in the TSR we signed. And some for TSR, there's a lot of pages. So maybe it's for some customers, it's very hard to rate this and what kind of parts you can find in those page. So I will give a short introduction about the TSR we signed. So first one is that for the first page, we call it technical requirements. So for the first page, you will find the basic physical properties like the weight and like the braking force and tearing force. So these are basically requirements. So you will find the requirements, the minimum and the maximum, and also over the quality control, the validation or first production or production testing frequency. And the second is that the durability. These are mainly about the abrasion resistance and also for the seam slippage. So you will find the two parts. And the second, we call it the functional benefits. These are mainly water repellents. And for second, fourth is that for specific test like blocking resistance and like a peel resistance of a coating fabric, and also for plastic coating. So this one is the low temperature bend test for coating fabric, and also for the DS497, this one is a bursting properties, and also for taping waterproofness. This is necessary testing as well. So, and also we have also for the safety requirements like pH values, and also for the phenolic yellowing test. So these are for basic color like color fluorescence for to ribbing, for color fluorescence to washing and to water. Those are basic color fluorescence. You will find the right requirements in right here, and also for the thickness and also for elasticity bending the requirements, you will find the requirements as well. And so these are the first page introduction. For second page is that the process information. So you will find all the process information in this page, and also for the yarn, the warm yarn and the wet yarn, the yarn specification. You will find all the information in this page as well. And also for the processing route and processing flow and what the parameters like and also for washing, drying, those information you can find in this page as well. Third is that is a massive sample. We will after we validated the component though, so we will step the sample in the third page. So these are the TSR introduction. So next one, I will go to the next. Okay, so next one is Fifi will share something about the quality SOP. So let's welcome Fifi to share.
Thanks, Gary. Hello, everyone. This is Fifi. Glad to share the playbook of BOC soft equipment. Yes, as Gary said, indeed, in these years, we continuously get some feedback, consulting, questioning about the fabric from the very beginning of the development to the finished fabric incoming quality check. Those questions are actually quite basic. However, they are so important for our customers. In terms of this situation, we BOC decide to collect some topics and make a playbook for the convenience to our customers. Now, here is the reason why we have this playbook, and this is version 1, version 2025. Here is a topic we collected from the feedback, and including the price quotation, color development, color management, sample order flow and information relevant, sample management, component life storage and rolling length and weight, component inspection, and whether we can cancel in the fabric IQC issue. Here we cannot clarify every topic one by one since time limited, so we will choose one of the most popular topic, which is color, to show how to use the playbook. Before that, I want to highlight one old chart of the BOC, since some partners said that it's hard to find the right person sometimes, so you can check this. And for the left side, this is supply team, and for the right side, this is a technical team. Hopefully, it's helpful for you. Now we're back to our color topic. Customer said that, hi Fifi, when I want to place an order and the component supplier told me that the color is unready. Why and how to avoid it? Yes, this situation happened. Here, I want to list all the people relevant in the color development and their mission here. So I want to remind that PE is the first and the right person who launched the color firstly. So, and I can see that for the 90% of the color already is because not launchment from the PE side. We remember that when you get an order or you want to place an order, please double check with your PE side whether they already launched the color or not. And for the flow, it's quite simple. When PE launches the color to component PR or supplier, PR will side refuse it or like accept it. So when accepted, will launch to the supplier 1 or 2. After launch to the component supplier, the factory will work on the color. After the color was ready, they will show the data to PL. PL will certificate to validate the color within the tolerance on pace. If it's out of the tolerance, PL will relaunch a round, or they will ask for DARO to PE and ICT. After PE and ICT checking, they will make a decision, accept it or refuse it. If accepted, they will derogation validate on the pace. If refuse it, they will stop it. This is for the solid color flow. If the color is complicated with visual assessment or with a different pattern, or it is multi-color, which is difficult to make a decision, PL won't make a decision. ICT and PE makes a decision. So it's just the DARO flow. Now the color was validated. After validated, PE will get an email from the PACE systems automatically. So he will know when the color was ready. After color ready, the finished supplier can make an order. Some customers told me that, hi Fifi, I checked the fabric and I wish look and the color was different. But the supplier told me that they are qualified. How? Sorry about that. And I have to say sometimes our eye doesn't reveal the truth. It's just like a little liar. So we cannot trust our eyesight always. So we trust the machine. We use machine. Now here I have 3 tips to remind us to make the right decision. First, use the right equipment. For decathlon, we suggest use the data color 800 or 1000 or Super Plus. And second, we use the right method. So make sure you have the right machine and then get the training from the color company, or you get training from the lab colleague. And third, use the right standard. We use the DKT QTX as a standard. It is uniform for both the woven and knit, for both the component and finished good. So it can avoid the difference. And for the standard, it's quite easy. So for color development, we make sure the DE less than 0.8. And then mostly the customers use the bulk production standard. We distinguish the fabric with coating and without coating. If with coating, the DE value need to less than 1.4. If it is without coating, the DE value is less than 1.3. There is a special case, which is a Darrow situation. As we communicated before, we know that the Darrow standard was validated by the PE side. So we don't put the QTX as a standard. Instead, we use the Darrow value as a standard and input this value in the systems, make it as a standard to do the comparison. Another issue is a loss difference. For some customers, they feedback that there are always different colors with different loss. Yes, we admit that, because this is also the bottleneck of the dyeing industry. We cannot avoid 100% for currently. What we can do now, we control the loss difference. So for currently BOC suppliers, we guarantee the loss difference within 0.8 DE value. And for some production line and some workshop without the color machine available, the people use the green card as a support. The BOC suppliers also guarantee we have the green card level more than 4 level. However, we have to say that green card is also confirmed by eyesight, so we cannot use it as a standard. It is a support tool. Okay, this is a color control. Now you know how to use this playbook. And for your convenience, we also offer the ebook. So please take out your cell phone and scan the QR code. You will get ebook. You can play it anytime, anywhere. Let's play together. Thank you.
Hello everyone, this is Daisy. I will introduce the quality Bible part today. Piece and define the standard here for your reference. On the different domain and component usage, we separate 6 parts that including all components in our BOC team. Tent and sling bag, multi-layer, pole, ground sheet, and woven component. If you just focus one domain, you can click the link directly. Today, I want to give case details, just introduce the structure of this Bible and share 2 cases for your reading. We can use the first domain as the example to show to you what's the structure in our domain. This domain is tent and sling bag, so we circled. I circled is the inspection method for these 2 kinds of component. But need to attention is for the tent fabric. This line is not including the Dakar Fresh fabric, so you need to find the Dakar Fresh inspection method in here. And for the sling bag and the no coated fabric, you need to refer this inspection method. But need to attention is for the dope dye fabric. Not only the tent is coated fabric or not coated fabric, we need to open both slides to do the inspection. The purpose is to check the strip issues. And for the Dakar Fresh fabric, except to use the passing through machine. We also need to use the light box to check the opacity. After that is the summarized cases here. It including dark and fresh, and the dot dye strip issue, and the condensed lens fabric. And the last one is the chalk mark issue. The first case is dark and fresh fabric visual defects. The process is so complex, and so there are some special defects. Is there are no clear standard. The first is opacity. This picture is the master sample. Component at least as good as the reference sample, we can be acceptable, even though it's not homogeneous. Compare with the master sample, it's worse than the reference, so it can't be acceptable, even though it's homogeneous. And then it's white dose. So you can see only the A situation can be acceptable. So what's the details? The first should be the nose visual appears gray is not for white, and the size is less than 1.5 millimeters. No bombs and okay and watertight. This can be acceptable. But if the size is more than 2 millimeters like this, and all the white dose is obvious and continuous like this, can't be acceptable. This is the first case. So I think we can go back domain to show to you the second case. Same structure, inspection standard, and summarized. This issue is don't mix the batch. I think I already finished with the supplier facing these issues and explain the reason here. For some batch, the spectral report is okay, but with different DH value. If mixed when cutting, will face color different issue when saving, especially for the sensitive. So our comments is don't mix different lot. But decided to mix, you need to follow the below rules. You need to compare with the different lot to see if within highly consistent or without highly consistent is obvious. Compare these two pictures. So if the first situation can be acceptable, if not, you can't be acceptable. So you need to decide it by yourself. This is the second case I want to share to you. And for others, I think you can read like this by yourself. If you still have some difficulty or you didn't find the case you want to know in this Bible, you can give us feedback in this link in the second page.
Thanks to Nancy and thanks to Fifi. So these are the three topics we will share in this video. So and also I will announce this video by Google email. And also here you can see that we have a feedback. So if you have any kind of questions and comments you don't very clear, you can click this feedback and you can input your comments in this file, and we will improve the our SOP and our Bible to make it clear in the future. So that's all for today's topic. Thanks everyone. Thanks for watching.